Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the month of May 2022. This is a general reading, so feel free to take with you whatever resonates and leave behind for others what does not. To get a deeper view of your month, be sure to check out your readings for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I am going to start off this reading with a Celtic cross spread, and then I will end off the reading with an oracle card message. So I'm going to go through, identify the cards in the different positions, then go through the meanings and do some clarifications. So there's going to be a lot of cards out here, so I'll make sure I have some space. Okay, so in terms of the situation, you have the Knight of Cups, and what crosses or complements you, you have the Knight of Coins or Knight of Pentacles. For some of you, it possibly could be two potential individuals you are interested in. For others, it could be kind of competing desires, or something in your focus that are competing, whether it's pursuing love, pursuing jobs, career. And in your kind of past here, you have the Three of Wands. That's kind of wanting to expand your experiences, kind of getting success. And in that phase of really planning on, how you're going to succeed in your, like what's above you, it's kind of in your thoughts. You have the Page of Cups. So that is a sense of really looking at things with a potential. Sometimes it could be also a bit of sensitivity, but really an emotional, not that you're an emotional person, you could be empathetic, you could really be seeing the world in a way where there's potential, imagination, and really connected to others. And possibly, there is a sense of empathy, like that you can feel other people's emotions. You can sense what's going on with them. You feel that a lot more than the average person. And what's below you, and the basis of this, you have the Ace of Wands. And that's all about creating something new, creating a spark, a desire, really, that innovation, that new idea that's really driving you. In terms of your current view, your current attitude, it's a sense of wanting to have fun in your life. And what's in your environment, you have this Faith card, which is the equivalent of the Hierophant in the traditional deck. And so it seems basically that the things, the external influences on you is a desire to really kind of connect with your higher self, with this concept of, all of us being connected, or you being connected to everyone and everything in this universe. So you're in this place of fun, but really you also are influenced by this kind of connection, or this want for a connection, and how to kind of raise yourself to elevate your knowledge and your understanding about um, your world and the universe. And for some of you, this could be even a religious organization, or even religious views. In terms of your hopes and fears, you have the Eight of Cups, and that is walking away from something that doesn't serve your best and highest good. In the near future, you have the Hermit, which is your card, Virgo, which is a sense of, really withdrawing from the opinions of others, mainstream, um, not even mainstream, like just the hoopla of the world, and just kind of retreating and knowing your truth, and keeping to, kind of keeping on in your journey. And the outcome, you have the Six of Cups, which, for some, that can be a sense of a soulmate, like moving on to find your soulmate. For others, it's more of taking a look at what provided you with comfort or happy memories. This even could be, possibly looking at something from your past that you are curious about again. So let's take a look at this Three of Wands, which is in your past, and clarify that. You have the Ten of Wands, which is, taking on a lot. It's having a really, what's the word? Not outrageous goal, but a goal that would take a lot of your time, energy, and attention. And so here, this Three of Wands is about the Sun in Aries is for this card. And Aries is very much like action, making things happen. So it could be that you have a goal in mind, and it would be really a lot for you to do, but it's also something that you're curious about. Like, if you are to succeed, you have this, I'll bring this card here. You have this kind of like a castle off in the distance, and here's a ship off in the distance in the Three of Wands card, where it's, it's something that is in the future, a goal attainable. And this could be about moving for some people, but it's more about making certain connections and putting things in motion for you to, like, succeed. And the basis of this, what's at below this situation, you have this Ace of Wands. This is really desire to make something happen. So let's take a look at that Ace of Wands. You have your card again, the Hermit. To really, it's almost as if you're ready to take this journey to become this individual who has a certain knowledge and confidence about the world where they don't need anything. They don't need anybody. Um, and, it's their journey doesn't look like it's anywhere around where I live. I don't know if you are aware of any, places outside your front door that look like snowy mountaintops, but it's a journey and it takes a lot to get there, I would guess. So let's take a look at what's above you. This Page of Cups there. You have Two of Cups. And that's, about relationships and connecting with people. I still think it is a concept of you, and like really you not are only like an empath, but also you are really influenced by them as well. Um, you want to, you want to be happy, but you also want to make people happy. So there is this sense of not being necessarily led astray, but um, going a direction that's not necessarily for your best and highest good, because you know, you are about connecting with people as well. So the Hermit isn't, I guess a certain characteristic of the Hermit is that they're constantly on their own journey and advancing forward and moving forward and having life experience to give them the wisdom that they have. It's not like they are avoiding people. At times they might, but right now you're kind of thinking about the people that you connect with, that for those of you who might be moving, the people that you are going to not be with. So let's take a look at the Three of Cups here, because you are really looking at this whole situation, or your attitude is kind of like, let's have fun. Let's celebrate our friendships. Let's celebrate people. It's almost, not the scene the Hermit would be in, but it's kind of like, let's do this right now. You have the Sun. So it's a sense of, this is you enjoying your connection with people, and that is bringing you joy. It's making you happy, and it's really what you need. That's what you need right now. So let's look at your environment, the influence, this faith. Let's take a look at that. You have the King of Wands, which is really having courage, and pursuing something that is out of the ordinary. For whatever reason, I'm thinking of Las Vegas, Nevada, where it's out in the middle of the desert. And I know my mom had told me that when Vegas was building up, someone had, mentioned that as an investment for real estate. And she was thinking, there's nothing out there but dirt and hot dirt. And now Vegas is, where my mom and I are like always going on vacation, because she loves that hot dirt. But basically, the King of Wands is the person that does what's not expected, what's not popular, because they are pursuing their own, desires, their passion, their vision, their, what they have inside them that's driving them. And, to some degree, they don't know how that's going to turn out. And they have to have a certain connection with this concept that um, everything is going to be fine. If there's going to be up days, there's going to be down days. There's going to be successes, there's going to be failures, but you just keep on going. Um, and this concept of, faith, this everything is kind of connected, and faith really, or the Hierophant even, um, connects you with an idea that it's not just about you. There's something out there that's just greater than you. And it's almost works for the King of Wands in the sense of really what's there to be afraid of. You just pursue your passion, you try your best, and things will work out or they won't. But either way, there's something greater than, me at work there. So let's take a look at, I'm going to look at this Knight of Cups. I know I've been holding off on this. So what we have here is we have left to clarify your hopes and dreams, the near future, the outcome, and your, like the situation and what crosses it or complements it. So let's take a look at what is this Knight of Cups at the center here. You have High Priestess, which, I sense this is you, your emotions, your desires, your intuition is the situation that we're looking at. And the High Priestess is also, being able to tap into that, trusting your gut, being able to sense everything around you, like, can read the room very well and understands that it it's not black or white or this or that, and there's a lot of nuances. So here seems like ultimately the issue is, trusting yourself, trusting your wanting to pursue things with your heart. So let's look at the Knight of Coins. You have the Knight of Pentacles. And those are these are the slowest moving knights, the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. But the Knight of Pentacles understands there's a journey ahead, and they are really about making sure that they analyze each step and what they're doing is going to get them, what it is that they want. Here you can see you've got this knight. I mean, both of them. It's just like kind of open land. And it's like, okay, well, what am I going to do? What am I going to build? And it's really a long journey. It's, this concept of a 10 of Wands. They do the work that other people don't necessarily want to do. And here it's kind of following what you like, listening to your inner voice to do what you desire. And then really it's not necessarily a conflict, but it's almost just weighing on you of what you should do or what you're going to need to do to make sure that you are pursuing your goals, but also making sure you're being responsible and you're not just doing things willy-nilly because you feel like it. I guess to some degree it's kind of, competing, but you are more aware um, of, you know, the like realistic aspects of what you're going to need to do. Um, so let's take a look at this fear, hopes and fears, this Eight of Cups. Um, to some degree, it's almost as if you fear going on the journey itself, but you also know that you're going to gain a lot of insight and understanding. You might not know exactly where you're going to end up, but it's almost as if you're prepared for that journey. Let's see. Or that's the hopes and fear. Maybe you don't know if you're prepared for the journey or not. And you have Knight of Swords. This is one of the fastest knights in comparison. So here it's like, it's almost as if the issue is you feel not bogged down, but like you're not going anywhere. And that really maybe you think you need to physically move in order to progress and go on some journey. And the Knight of Swords is about action. They're like, do something, move, make things happen. Don't just stand at the top of the mountain or sit there doing nothing. But what the Knight of Swords lacks is the ability, not lacks, forgets at times, is the need to get grounded, to look at what the environment is, the situation, actually understand what the plan of action is, and taking each step and having a methodical plan for that. The Knight of Swords is just like, move, make it happen, let's do it now. And it seems like, it could be this Eight of Cups, this, walking away from what isn't serving your best and highest good, is this idea of the process. It's like the silence, even like the stillness of this journey. And the fact that it seems like it's going to be a long journey. Whatever it is that you're wanting, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, you see it as something that is going to require you to have faith, have patience, have to have a sense of trusting your gut, but also a lot of non-action, and that's something that you aren't comfortable with. You like action. You want to be able to enjoy, what's going on around you. It could be why you are like feeling hesitant, as you really also you want to have fun. You like having fun. So to some degree, you have to figure out, how do you accomplish what you want and have the type of connection that you want with others as well. And what's interesting is, this Sun card, this kid on this white horse, this is a sense of like innocence, a sense of really open to any experience that comes their way. And that's the way you are wanting to be. Each of these knights, they, to some degree, are, they might be happy, but this openness to experiencing anything that really comes their way, that's not really where they are. Knight of Swords, if Knight of Swords sees they need to rush in and make things right, they're not going to want to stop. They see like an ice cream truck. Knight of Pentacles, if they are needing to get up and go to work, catch the train, whatever it is, they're not going to necessarily party till 4 a.m. I guess if they start work at 4 p.m., possibly. And the Knight of Cups, they're not going to, mess up their declarations of love by, you know, just telling everyone the same thing, that they love them. They love them. Well, maybe in a platonic way, but they're not going to, maybe the Knight of Cups would stop for ice cream. Knight of Cups would probably stay up all night partying. Would the Knight of Cups show up to work on time? Possibly. Maybe the Knight of Cups is all you need. That's all you need. Who knows? Maybe the Knight of Cups is someone that can keep this going. So let's take a look at the Hermit here again. That's what you have in terms of in the near future. You have the Empress. That is all about being like nurturing, being in touch with nature, being in touch with sensuality. There's senses all the way around, creative. So here, blending these two together, this is probably how you really, you really accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. Because I think I would love to walk outside my front door or back door or side door and sit by a stream with a bunny at my feet and having like a star tiara, sitting in a throne in the woods, as opposed to kind of sitting in a cold icy mountaintop. So here, your near future, it seems like taking this time to go on your journey will help you to discover that aspect of yourself a little bit more, where you are, connected to everything around you, kind of like how this concept of faith is. Like, you're looking for that sense of how are you connected to the universe and everything around you. And it's a little bit less of, less sensitive and less likely to be led astray, as the Empress is all about being the creator and providing, being a source of whatever you need to move forward, whatever you need for making dreams come true, making your environment the way you need it to be. So let's take a look at this Six of Cups in your outcome. You have the Temperance card, which is about blending together something and making something new entirely. So this outcome here, with it being the Six of Cups, to some degree, I would say it has to do with being at peace with something in, something where it has to do with your childhood, and, perhaps being so, thinking that you're sensitive or influenced by others. For other people, it seems like this is maybe reflecting on how you accomplish things, when you were younger. if there were competing things you want to do, if you had to choose between getting a piece of cake or getting an ice cream bar from the ice cream man, how did you resolve those things? So it's a sense of really creating the future you want, getting a sense of balance, a sense of focus and intention on taking, experiences from the past and blending them with the present to create the future you want. So that's what I have for the tarot cards. And now I'm going to take a look at an oracle card here to see which animal totem is going to be guiding you in the month of May. You have Ladybug. Good luck. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. So here, focusing on this concept of the ladybug and not, needing to apologize for what you want, not being critical of yourself, and just feel good about your desire to connect with people, to, elevate yourself, and to really, bring about the best possible world that we can live in. So, Virgo, I'm hoping this provides a helpful perspective of the month, and we'll see you next time. Take care.